don't got a problem chilling in the spot with me, and we just wanna have a good time. VIP is about to get hotter. All the troubles on me and let's pop a bottle. Come on, now, mommy, we sipping Don Perignon. Know that you feeling them when you jump up and holler. Shaking it to get high, bring it low. Leave all them troubles on me and let's pop a bottle. Come on, now, mommy, we sipping Don Perignon. Know that you feeling them when you jump up and holler. Shaking it to get high, bring it low. If you wanna love somebody, you need to get about your feet. If you wanna be my shawty, then come and give your love to me. If you wanna love somebody, you need to get about your feet. If you wanna be my shawty, then you gotta come and